Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Guadalupe. Nice to
Hi,
meet you.
I'm Julia.
Okay, so, does this setup work for you?
Yes.
Okay, great. So today I'm going to ask you a series of questions about your eating patterns. Have you ever met with a nutrition counselor?
No.
Okay. So as a peer nutrition educator, I can only provide education on 3 topics: eating on a budget, reading a nutrition label, or eating a balanced diet. Do any of these topics sound of interest?
Yes.
Okay, so which one would you like to do?
Eating on a budget.
Eating on a budget. Okay, so I remember this as we talked today.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know that you can stop if you feel uncomfortable at any time. Everything is confidential. Only my professor, Dr. George, will view this information. I will need your verbal consent and you to sign this agreement form, which is what I just went over.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so are you ready to begin?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start by asking you just a few questions to get a better idea of any challenges or support that might exist in your routine related to your eating patterns.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question is, how often do you buy meals out on a, oh no, sorry. What grade/year are you at as of this year?
Senior.
And do you live on or off campus?
Off campus.
How long is your commute?
About an hour.
And what is your means of transportation?
Car.
Okay, so now we'll ask you more food-focused questions.
Okay.
So how often do you buy meals out on a typical weekday? Would you
How-
say never, rarely, sometimes often, or always?
Sometimes.
How often do you buy meals out on a typical weekend?
Sometimes.
How often do you buy snacks out?
Rarely.
Okay. So I'm just tallying up what you just told me.
Okay.
And, okay, so now we will be conducting a 24-hour diet recall.
Okay.
We'll be talking about all the foods, drinks, and snacks that you had yesterday, starting from the time you woke up to the time that you went to sleep.
Okay.
We will follow what's called a 3-pass system. So first I will ask you to give me a quick list of everything you ate or drank, and then I will ask for details, and I will review.
Okay.
I encourage you to use the models and all the objects that I have here just to be more precise with your memory. How does this
Okay.
sound?
Sounds good.
Okay, let's begin. So what was the first item you had to eat or drink yesterday?
So I had a Starbucks pumpkin loaf Friday. It's probably like this size.
Okay.
And a cup of coffee. And that was at home.
And what time was that?
Yesterday that was probably about 5 a.m.
Okay, and anything else after that?
Once I got to school,
Okay.
I had a Lara bar at about, what time was that? 9:30?
And anything else after that?
My lunch I had at about 1.
Okay. And where was that?
That was here.
At school?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you have anything, okay, so what did you have for lunch?
So I had broccoli and rice and that like tabbouleh, I think it was tabbouleh salad with the parsley
Okay.
and some chicken with water.
And anything else after that?
After that, oh, I had like a half a chocolate chip cookie
Okay.
here, and that was probably at, what time was that, 5:30?
And anything else after that?
And then after that, I had was dinner at like 7. I had like an onion and tomato saute with some crackers.
And that was at home, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna put in more details. So for the
Okay.
pumpkin bread, you said about this size?
Yeah.
Okay. And for your, and for your coffee, can you tell me what was in it, or?
Coffee, I had soy milk in it.
And can you tell me approximately how much you had using the measuring cups or one of these?
Yeah, so
tables?
the coffee was probably like 2 of these.
Okay.
And then the soy milk was probably about this size.
Okay. Okay. And you said that at 9:30 at school you had a Lara bar.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me what flavor was it, or do you know any of the ingredients in it?
It was peanut butter chocolate chip.
Okay. And the amount was 1.
Yes.
For lunch, you said you had broccoli. Can you tell me how that was prepared?
It was on campus. I think it might have been like sauteed.
Sauteed.
So it did seem like it had a little bit of a herb, oily.
Oh, so you think it had all?
It could have had a little bit.
Okay. Can you tell me the approximate size of broccoli you had?
Yeah, it seemed like a good amount of broccoli. I would say it was probably like this much broccoli.
Okay. Okay. For the rice, what type of rice was it?
I think it was white rice.
White rice.
Yeah.
How was that prepared?
I think it was steamed.
And about how much do you think you had?
I don't think it was that much rice. I hope it was only 100 pounds. I think it was
Okay.
like that much.
And the tabbouleh salad, can you describe what was in it?
It had parsley and tomatoes and cucumbers and whatever kind of grain is in tabbouleh, I don't know.
And can you tell me the amount?
I think the tabbouleh was probably maybe like this much plus this much.
Okay. And you said you had chicken?
Yeah, and then I
Yeah.
had chicken. I'd probably say like it was cut up, it was probably around this size.
Okay. And how was that prepared?
It was actually in like a stew, so I think it was just
Okay.
steamed and I just picked out the chicken pieces, so I didn't get any of like the stew
Okay.
sauce or anything.
And for the water, can you tell me approximately how much you had?
Oh yeah, it was probably about 2 of these.
Okay. And then at 5:30, you said you had a chocolate chip cookie.
I did, yeah, it
Can
was,
you- Okay.
mhm.
Tell me the brand.
It was a no cookie. And it was probably maybe like half of this, let's see. Or yeah, I mean maybe like since I only had half. Maybe it was like, yeah, half of this or 2 of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the onion tomato saute, can you tell me approximately how much you had of the onion or in the tomato?
Yeah, I think it was probably like 1 whole onion. I think it was
Okay.
like about this big of
Okay.
onion. And then it was cherry tomatoes
Okay.
that I cut up, so it was probably about a cup of cherry tomatoes.
And the onion, was that like a white or red onion?
It was a white
It
onion.
was a white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't use any oil, I just sauteed it, water, sauteed.
And the crackers, do you know the brand or were they homemade?
Yeah, it was the Wassa
Okay.
crackers, and they're pretty decent size. They're like one of this size. I had like two that size, two large crackers. So I could
Okay.
probably do like this, probably like this
Oh, okay.
size. I had something else last night, but I just can't figure out what it was.
Okay. So let me know if you remember.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna review everything you just told me.
Okay.
So at 5 a.m. at home, you had Starbucks pumpkin bread with coffee that had about a fourth a cup of soy milk. At 9:30 at school, you had a Lar bar, and that was a peanut butter chocolate chip Lar bar.
Mhm.
And at 1 at school, you had a lunch. You had broccoli sautéed with oil, rice, white rice steamed, tabbouleh salad, chicken, stewed, water. At 5:30 at school, you had one half of a chocolate chip cookie, and you said it was the no brand. At 7:30 at home, you had onion and tomato sauté with water, crackers, and you had 2 bread-sized crackers, you said?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so as a review, you wanted, what was the nutrition education topic you were interested in again?
Eating on a budget.
Eating on a budget. So, my mentor has reviewed the information I'm about to share with you about eating on a budget. What I would like for us to do now is to create a SMART goal for you. And SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely.
Okay.
Okay, to get a better idea of how ready you are to make a change, can you tell me if 0 is not ready and 10 is ready, where do you think you are?
I think I'm about an 8.
How confident are you that you could make this change using the same scale?
Probably about an 8.
An 8. Okay. So thank you for answering those questions about your diet and about your readiness. From your response, it appears you're in the stage of readiness. What do you already know about eating on a budget?
That it's important to make a list when you go shopping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could I take a moment to provide a little more nutrition education on your topic? Okay, so these are some tips on how you can be a budget planner. So like you said, you want to plan out, you want to review your recipes for the needed ingredients, and you want to plan out all your meals and snacks. So you're only buying the ingredients that you need,
Okay.
and this will save you money.
Okay.
And you plan your meals based on the foods you already have in your kitchen.
Okay.
Use the ingredients for multiple meals. So like if you get a recipe, you might want to like double it or triple it.
Okay.
And that, okay. And so that's the planning larger batches to be
Okay.
split into multiple meals. And then making a grocery list of everything you will need to buy.
Okay.
It's what kind of you mentioned. And then how you can be a budget shopper is don't stray from your list, really stick to it. And then compare the different brands and sizes to make sure you're getting the one with the lowest unit price.
Okay.
And compare the prices between fresh, frozen, or canned fruits and vegetables, because it doesn't matter which one you get, so you just want to look for the cheapest price.
Okay.
Frozen are good because they're going to last you longer,
Okay.
so that's going to be cheaper in the long run. If you're getting canned, you want to make sure to rinse them because sometimes they have extra sodium.
Okay.
And you want to look for nutritious, low-cost foods that you can buy in bulk, and they're going to last you for a long time. For example, beans, peas, lentils, potatoes, eggs, peanut butter, and making your own snacks. So separating foods into individual servings yourself. So for example, trail mix, making your own trail mix.
Mm-hmm.
You want to check sell-by dates to make sure you're getting the freshest food possible. Most of the times you can find the freshest food at the back of the produce, because they used to put the oldest produce in the front. So that's gonna, if you're getting, so those are gonna last longer, so also gonna save you some money. So how you can be a budget chef is meal prepping for the week. So finding some time before the week where you have time and meal prepping everything you need, bringing meals and snacks from home, because cooking at home is much cheaper and much more nutritious than buying food at school or somewhere else. Cooking large batches of foods, like brown rice, whole wheat pasta, that can last you for different meals throughout the week.
Okay.
Make meals with at least 3 food groups in them. So that's like fruits, vegetables, grains, protein, and then making convenience foods more nutritious as well. So like ramen noodles, add vegetables and a protein. So how you be a budget eater is to portion size. So eat smaller portions, only eat when you're hungry, and then saving the rest for later. So that is not only healthier, but it's also going to save you money. And then same thing for eating out. If you can eat half in the restaurant and save the rest for another meal, that's also going to save you money.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
Okay. So after hearing some of this information, do you see any links to your diet patterns?
Well, yeah, so I did eat out yesterday because I didn't plan a lunch to bring with me.
Okay. Do you want to create a SMART goal based on the concern you just told me about? Okay.
Yeah.
So just to reiterate, SMART means specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Can you think of a SMART goal for yourself?
Probably, let me think. There's a couple goals in my head right now, but maybe like use an ingredient for multiple meals.
Okay.
Like next time I go to the store and buy like a bag of potatoes, like use that potato for multiple meals.
And how would you, for how long do you think you would do that?
Just like once a week.
Okay. And would you do that for one meal a week, or did you say multiple meals for a day?
Yeah, so like if I go to the store on Sunday and I buy a bag of potatoes, try to use that bag of potatoes for 3 different meals.
For 3 different meals.
Yeah. Or like this example here, like if I buy carrots, use them for 3 different.
Okay.
Well, I guess a snack could be in here too. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So, how confident are you that you can meet this goal with using the same scale?
I'm probably about probably like an 8.
An 8. What would you need to get to a 10? Like, what is preventing you from making these changes?
Probably just like some research, because I don't know what I could do exactly with a bag of potatoes for 3 meals, or carrots. Planning.
Okay. Okay, can you think of some methods that could help you track your progress towards this goal?
Probably just checking in with myself, like when I go to the grocery store, like that I'm buying an ingredient that I have planned out to use.
Okay, that's good. So, do you have everything you need to be successful with this goal?
I think, yeah.
Okay. So, how do you feel about your goal right now?
I think it's good. I like it.
Okay. Now that I've written this down for you, could you reread this or rephrase it back? What I would just planned?
Okay. So, use an ingredient for 3 different meals once a week.
Okay. So is this correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you so much for participating. It has been a pleasure talking to you and learning more about your goals and your interests. From your Smart Girl planning, you indicated that you want to use an ingredient for 3 different meals once a week. Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay. How will you know you have met this goal?
Just I'll know by if I have 3 different meals or snacks, I guess, can be included for the week with one ingredient that I
Okay.
got. Or how about you?
Okay, great idea. It sounds great.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No.
Okay, well, have a wonderful
All
day.
right.
Please let me know if you have any additional questions.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.